What's up, guys? You are watching the Quest, and I am your host, Robert Dylan Vasquez. Robert Sweet Tooth Vasquez, dude. What's up, guys? We're out here for episode 12. It's April 2nd, 2021, and I'm COVID positive. Dude, I've been out of work for a week now. Just chilling at the house, watching Dwayne Johnson movies. I dress normal because I want to feel normal, dude. I dress normal, want to feel normal. I haven't been out of the house. I've been quarantined like a good little sheep. I haven't left the house. I DoorDashed $37 worth of McDonald's. I'm not supposed to be at home. I get stir crazy. I don't have the camaraderie with my friends and coworkers that I usually have throughout the week. So it's just me, dude. I got Enzo. I got Miranda. I'm sitting at the house and it's just me. This is episode 12 of the Quest. And we're out here. We're out here on a Friday night. Like always. Boom, dude. Boom. Intro. I'm COVID positive. It was COVID, in fact. And I got it tested through Amazon. So it's legit. They said that I have COVID. So I'm out 2 weeks. I'm out 2 weeks pay. That's money, baby. That's money. We're money. We're so money and we don't even know it. Dude, I've been watching movies during quarantine and shit. I watched the Justice League Snyder Cut. Now, when you talk about releasing a film that's 4 hours long in theaters, been there, done that, dude. Don't be insecure about it now. Well, nobody's going to go watch it if it's 4 hours. You're probably right. You're definitely right. But the right people will watch it. Just cut it down a little bit. You didn't need all that. Snyder Cut was awesome. I liked it. Black Suit Superman. I'm all for Black Suit Superman. It's part of the story, man. Snyder Cut was awesome. I watched Swingers for the first time. It's a good film, dude. I've never seen it. It's a 1996 Miramax film with young Vince Vaughn, young Jon Favreau. It's nice. It's a good film. It's about a comedian who is from the East and he moves out to LA and he breaks up with his girlfriend because he's moving to LA, and it's like 6 months later and he's so hung up on her and he's living in this crummy apartment. And this movie, and this is going to sound so off, like right field, this movie had me looking at apartments in LA for 45 minutes. I have big dreams, man. I was supposed to go to LA. I was supposed to do that life. I would have died out there, bro. No, man. I feel like I would have had fun auditioning for things, making people laugh, making friends, but they don't make them like they do out here. Like, they don't make people like they do out here. People in LA are people in LA. I'll leave it at that. Dude, I DoorDashed $37 worth of McDonald's. And I didn't even eat it all. I was just bored. It was an impulse buy. I can't be left alone. I'm going to watch Godzilla vs. Kong this weekend. I haven't watched it yet because I have another week of this. It's been 1 week since I had COVID. Come on, man. You don't leave me alone. Robert, sweet tooth, man. Dude, I'm ordering pizza rolls. I'm ordering like Walmart delivery orders and shit. Don't leave me alone. I got that Roku thing. I've been watching old That's So Raven episodes. What else am I going to do? I'm being a good person. I know people that have had COVID and then they're out in public the next week. You're infected. I feel like patient zero right now. Last time I came to you guys, I was in my silk pajamas. I was in I was in my silk pajamas. Dude, I did not feel good at all. That was the last day. That was the last day of me not feeling good. I've had a week of feeling good. And guess what? I have another week of just quarantining. So I'm perfectly healthy. Can't do stand up. Can't go in public. Can't do stand up. I'm forced to be excited about things like Godzilla versus King Kong. Now, let me unpack that real quick. I've watched that movie probably a dozen times. I had the 1962, 63, I don't know what it is. Don't give a fuck. I watched that version, King Kong versus Godzilla. And you know how that went down? So Godzilla was apparently on a warpath or something, and they're like, well, we have King Kong. Let's summon the king. Let's summon the Kong. And so they got this big jar of cherries, right? Now, I'm not going to go into it. Nope. You lose me, dude. I don't like cherries. Cherries can go on somewhere. I don't like cherries. Let's get on to the imprint of the week. Because it's only been a week in quarantine. And my friend Imprint Jones was nice enough to leave us with a very good imprint of the week. In my mind, this is all raw dog. This whole thing is raw dog. Because this is entertaining for me. I love you guys. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the Questers out there. Thank you for coming out and clicking the vids and liking and subscribing and not being cum socks. Imprint of the week. If you had your own cereal, comma, what kind would it be, comma? And what kind, and what would you call it? And what kind would you call it? And what would you call it? All right. First of all, thanks for the commas. Now I know where to separate it. Now I know where to make it its own thing. Imprint of the week. If you had your own cereal. First of all, if I have my own cereal ever, watch out, stock market. It's unfathomable. Why is this cereal doing so well? What kind would it be? Okay, so what kind? Now, what genre of cereal would I have? I don't think I'd have marshmallows. I think I would go with like a waffle, syrupy. Like I would just recreate Waffle Crisp because that's not on the market and that's not like anything else. And that's only for a select few people, dude. It's discontinued now because none of you fucks bought it. Waffle Crisp was awesome, but nobody bought it. So now it's gone. I get real mad. About stuff like that. It's my favorite cereal and it's gone. What kind would it be? It would probably be a French toast-ish, not cinnamon toast. We've been through that. It's got shrimp in it. I don't want French toast crunch. French toast crunch. I don't want French toast crunch. Hey, man. This is number 12. Your vocabulary up to date yet? Your dialogue, crisp. Oh, I love being here with you guys. What kind would it be? Oh, it would have to literally be some kind of waffle crisp, some kind of mapley texture, with a oat base, some kind of crunch. I wouldn't have marshmallows for. Speaking of marshmallow, don't. Oh, you agile now? Oh, you're a wrestler now. This Beans. He rushed in. And he caught me slipping. But guess what? I caught him slipping. This Beans. Oh. Oh no! The headphones! Bean! After technical difficulties, after Enzo unplugging the show, I let him in here for 5 seconds, and he unplugs everything. So, as I was saying, if you had your own cereal, what kind would it be, and what would you call it? Bro, since my favorite cereal, Waffle Crisp, has been discontinued, it's only right of me to carry on the torch and have the waffly maple base of an oat square. Dude, they were so good. They were so good. What kind would it be? It would be exactly like that. But what would I call it? I would call it Questos. Questos. Nothing like your... I can't even do a jingle. I wouldn't have marshmallows, though. Mm-mm. And I don't think I would change the milk too much. I don't like it when... come on, man. I'm pouring the milk for a reason. If I wanted chocolate milk, I would pour chocolate milk. If I wanted chocolate milk, I would go out and pour chocolate milk into the thing. Don't change my milk. I didn't ask for that. You're going to involuntarily change my milk? Nah. I'm out. What would I call it? Questos. Copyright. Oh. Moon Root Oats. Ugh, that sounds old. Moon Roots. That sounds like beets. Let's move on to the question. Hopefully I got a little more light on this one. Not a chance. Dude, the question, if you were a transformer, what would your base form be? And what would you turn into? And would you be an Autobot or a Decepticon? Now, I got arrows over both Autobot and Decepticon because I always tell people, nah, don't fucking inhibit me from being bad. If I want to be bad, let me be bad. Don't inhibit me from it. I can't be good all the time. I can't be an Autobot all the time. Let me be a Decepticon. Because that's how I look at it. If you're not good all the time, and you want to be bad some of the time, but good some of the... just be a Decepticon. That way you can be bad. Don't inhibit yourself. So I feel like I would be a Decepticon. What would my base form be? Probably a game console. That kind of flies under the radar. Everybody has that. But what would I turn into? See, a game console is only so big, so I'd have to be useful. Because if I'm not a 1994 Toyota Supra, then what am I? I can't turn it into anything meaningful, like a tank or a jet or a transfer truck or anything like that. I can't turn it into anything big, so I'd be like a drone. I'd be like a spy drone. I'd be a game console, but then I would into a drone of some sort, a spy drone. Cameras, surveillance, spying, things of that nature. I'd be a Decepticon. And that's what I would do. But if we can talk about something for a second, I do not like when people put the Decepticon and or Autobot emblem on their cars. Hey man, your Prius ain't an Autobot. And your Corvette's not a Decepticon, dude. Come on, dude. How into it do you have to be like, yeah, my car, Autobot. You take 87 unleaded. Your Camaro is financed. It's not an Autobot. Anyways, that's the question. If you were a Transformer, would you be an Autobot or a Decepticon? And then once you make that decision, what would your base form be? What would you walk around as? Maybe not walk around as. What would your inanimate object form be? Technologically sound and technologically based, of course. I'd be a game console. What game console, though? Do I be like old school, like PS2, like fly under the radar? Or do I update? I'm like a PS5, and it's like... I am Robert Thor. Anyways, I hate when people have that on their car. Your car is not a Transformer, dude. And if it was, it'd be a bitch. How about that? Anyways. Hey, say anyways one more time. Anyways, there's no UFC this weekend, dude. And it hurts my heart. Because I'm stuck in quarantine and all I want to do is watch some fights. And guess what? There are no fights. Not until April 10th. Not until April 10th. And that's not money, baby. That's not money. Shout out to Zevia. So, I told you guys last week that this is what I wanted to do. And this is what we're doing, dude. I, Robert Vasquez, am hosting a Little Debbie tournament. Yes, you heard right. I am taking multiple Little Debbie cakes and multiple Little Debbie sandwiches and snacks and all of the sorts. And I'm putting them against each other in a 32 cake bracket. I have both sides of the bracket right here. And I've never been more excited about anything. Like I told you guys earlier, I don't have the camaraderie that I usually do throughout the week. I have me, the Bean, and Miranda. That's it. That's all I have to bounce ideas off of. Other than that, I haven't had any human contact one-on-one. So what I do, COVID positive, trying not to spread the disease, the virus that is COVID-19. I'm being a responsible adult. I'm working with the cards that I've been dealt. So, this is the Little Debbie Cake Tournament. Like I said, I've been really excited about this. I'm so stiff, dude. I just need to relax. Help me relax, guys. Woosah, Questers. Now, I'm going to break this down, and it's going to be a little hard to understand. Don't worry. I'll explain it along the way. I'm not eliminating anybody. I'm just reading you the contestants. And then, throughout the week, I'll have it on the Robert Dylan Vasquez or the MoonRouteStudios Instagram. I'll have polls, dude. And we can battle these contestants head to head in this opening round. And then we can get one step closer to a winner. This bracket will be posted when the episode goes up, episode 12. And we will see who makes it to the finals. But anyways, let's go ahead. Hey, there was that word again. Let's go ahead. Now, these seeds were randomly generated. This tournament was randomly generated. If you feel like these matchups aren't fair, then you can take it up with the Little Debbie Board of Athletic Commissions. Whatever power I have to answer to, you have to answer to. Because these are the matchups, and this is what I'm going with. I'm going to read you the left side of the bracket, so pay attention. And I'm going to read you the right side of the bracket, so pay attention. These matchups are final and will be taking us deep into the finals of the... Hey, what are you saying? You get in podcast mode. That's what you're in. So, our first matchup, Nutty Buddy versus Chocolate Cupcakes. If you've ever seen the vanilla swirl on the top of the cupcake, that's what we're talking about. Next up, you have Frosted Fudge Cakes. They come in the single packs versus Chocolate Chip Cream Pies. You have Red, White, and Blue themed. Now, when I say the themed, whether that's red, white, and blue, fall, Christmas, Easter, if you have a favorite Debbie cake that falls under the theme, then it just falls under the theme, and you can root for that team or theme and go and vote for that theme. Because the Christmas tree cakes, and then you got the Christmas tree gingerbread people, and then you got the Easter basket cakes, and then it's just too much. So I'm going with the theme. If you have a holiday theme and your favorite cake or cookie or Debbie falls under that theme, then that's who you root for. I'm not separating it. I'll separate the cream pies, as you will see, but I'm not separating the themes. So, Red, White, and Blue, 4th of July theme versus Fudge Round. Fancy cakes versus chocolate chip cakes. Marshmallow Supreme versus Swiss rolls. Jelly cream pies versus fudge brownies. PB&J oatmeal pies versus birthday cakes. Boston cream rolls versus Be My Valentine, which is the Valentine theme. And that's only the left half of the bracket. Now, if I lost you, then you don't know your Debbie cakes. And the right side is about to be even more confusion for you. But like I said, it will be on the Robert Dylan Vasquez and the MoonRouteStudios Instagram. Polls will be up. I will have pictures of said Debbie cakes, 1-on-1, unless it's the theme. And I was going to put that in its own bracket, but here we are. This is my Debbie cake tournament. I'm going to do whatever I want. Let's continue with the right side. We got zebra cake versus the Christmas theme. Devil creams versus Easter theme. Star Crunch versus Honey Buns. Cloud cakes, Twinkies, because let's not hostess, it's Debbie, Little Debbie. So, cloud cakes versus Devil Squares. Oatmeal cream pies versus strawberry shortcake rolls. The 6-count donuts, no matter whether they're glazed, vanilla, chocolate, crunch, coconut, whatever. The 6-count donuts versus the fall-themed cakes. Donut sticks versus cosmic brownies. And raisin cream pies versus pecan spin wheels. And that's all of our contestants. I list off the contestants, I put the polls on Instagram, and then you guys vote throughout the week. I discuss the winners next week, and then we're on to the quarterfinals, because that's how tournaments work. Thank you for hanging in there through that. I didn't know how I was going to come at you guys with that, so I appreciate you listening. I appreciate being able to be raw. Oh. Now that that's out of the way, we can go to Unlocking Memories. And we can get this podcast rolling. So, Unlocking Memories, what I have, the only thing that the board says is, how does the wind get knocked out of you? So, I'm going to answer that question the way I learned. So, I was an only child till I was about 7.5. And I didn't have any brothers or sisters. Like I said, I grew up with Curtis and Austin at Ruthie's house. But they didn't go over there every day like I did. My parents worked, so I was over there pretty much all week, except for the days that they had off. And I had to learn a lot of stuff on my own. I didn't ask a lot of questions. I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't want to be a bother. So I had to learn a lot of the stuff that I learned on my own. And so I'm at Ruthie's one day, my babysitter Ruthie, and she's inside, and I'm outside playing on the jungle gym, swing set, whatever you want to call it. And I'm swinging away, and I'm swinging hard. Like, you know when you would swing really hard, and the feet of the jungle gym or swing set would like come out of the ground? That's where I was at. I was like, I was pushing hard, dude. And so it was coming out of the ground. I'm like, what would it be like if I jumped out right now? I could jump out and I could Superman. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. But that's been done before. I'm unique. You're talking about Dylan Vasquez right now. I'm 6, maybe 5 or 6. I'm like, I'm about to jump out. And I'm about to Superman straight up. How boring. Every kid does that. So I'm like, I'm about to go jump out. And I'm about to flatten out. Fuck it. Like, and so I jump out and legs extended, flop right on my back. And this is grass. It's all good. I just landed on the ground. Probably jumped about 9 feet in the air. Realistically 9 feet. Flop. right on the grass. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I've got the wind knocked out of me. How does the wind get knocked out of you? So I go inside, I limp inside. I don't tell a soul. I don't tell anybody about it. I'm like, all right, I got this. I'm going to do a little experiment of my own. So I get home, and my parents worked hard, lived in a pretty nice house where I could come from out of my room into the hallway. And I'm like, all right, let's see. Let's see if I can fix this. So I grab a pillow. It's my bed pillow. And I put it behind my head. And I just stand there. And I fucking, it's going down. I'm yelling timber. I just fucking, boom. And I land flat on my back. I got the pillow behind my head. So I'm good. The wind's not going to get knocked out of me. And I land flat on my back. And what happens is exactly what you think would happen. And I fucking... I sound like a baby velociraptor hatching. Like I'm just like... I'm like, oh, it's not when you hit your head. It's when you hit your back. No shit. Duh. I didn't know that. I had to be taught that on my own. That's one of the very few things I had to learn on my own. So, that's unlocking memories, learning lessons. I could have talked about tying shoes. I could have talked about swimming. That's how Robert learned. Hey, this is how you get the wind knocked out of you. Self-experimentation. I had a hypothesis, and it was proven wrong, but I ended up with the right answer anyways. And that's life, dude. You don't let dumb people be dumb, dude. Don't be dumb. Figure it out yourself. Or ask. Please ask. Don't go through what I did. I have another week of this, just sitting at home, dealing with fat ass. Like, why does he storm in here and ruin everything? He hasn't been in here 2 weeks. He's like, hey, Da, let me unplug everything, Da. Come on, man. I love him, and I love all of you guys. This is episode 12. Thank you for being here with Robert Sweet Tooth Vasquez, dude. I will let you guys know. You will be the first to know who comes out of the opening rounds of the Debbie Cake tournament. Like I said, if you don't think the matchups are fair, don't take it up with me. Take it up with the Little Debbie Athletic Commission. The LDAC. Sorry, it's out of my hands, guys. Thank you for being here. This is episode 12 of The Quezt with Robert Dylan Vasquez, Robert Sweet Tooth Vasquez. I will be back next week because I'm doing Jack. I'm doing nada. Thank you guys for being here, and I'll see you later.